Ooh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is for you. Welcome. It's me, Wingish Nibe, Jackie Quinn, your friendly, freaky, sweetgrass water medicine woman, coming at you on a free flowing Fridays. Yeah, free flowing Fridays. Okay, I did it. Where we let our freak flags fly. Wherever that is. Okay. Rough this morning because I am out of my medicine, my tincture I make out of the high CBD that I usually put in my hot chocolate here. So I'm getting aches in my knuckles and well, it's something I can't afford to buy my medicine anymore. That's the one thing. Right? I'm on ODSP, Ontario Disability Support Program. My physical disabilities, and they would cover all the pharmaceutical stuff when that was going on. No, but now in 2015, June 2015, I got the prescription for medical marijuana. I'm sort of the high CBD stuff, but there is no coverage for that, so I've had to on my own. When my daddy was here, that was in lieu of rent, right? He had put the phone and stuff in his name. I ended up canceling it, and now I've got a penalty for that because it was my credit card. And it took... I just put a big payment on my credit card, and then it took pretty much everything I had. I asked my dad, because I've been talking to him for months about changing that, and he didn't change it, and now I'm the one stuck with that. And I tried to help, right? So, like I said, it wasn't rent. The phone stuff, even though it was in his name, was still coming off of my credit card. And he went and got the medicine and cigarettes, right? So I go down there, but I don't even smoke that much, so I was still paying more than what I'd used in medicine and cigarettes. It didn't balance out. I'm always left lower. Try and help, think it's going to be a mutual thing, and they put on the act like it's going to be at the start, and then it's not, because I don't go the way they think I should do it, and blah, 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 because I know what I need. A lot of people project and think they need to tell me what to do, that I don't know what to do, and, I like to keep my innocence. I like to be playful, but it don't mean that I'm really, naive. I do understand a lot. I'm a very wise soul here. And, so, it's a rough morning. Oh my goodness. Then I just welcome myself. Welcome. It's me, Wingish Nibe, Jackie Quay, a friendly, freaky-ass medicine woman. Also, Christy had a car, Chris Carr, superstar. All this beautiful divine being right here. And welcome you beautiful divine beings right here too. How goes it with you this fine Friday morning? It is a morning again that I am recording. Oh man! Sometimes you just don't know how much difference that makes until it's not there, because it's usually starting to kick in by now. I'm not feeling aches, and of course yesterday when I had to move around some more. Did some exercises on my exercise ball. Oh, just gotta keep moving, balance the movement and the sitting and the resting. Okay, so I want to do some cards. I'm not gonna be able to shuffle. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I posted a thing with John Coffey that's been coming. to my head a lot from the Green Mile, the movie. Oh, I love that. I got the books when they came out. It came out as a series novel. And like each one a month. I think it was ended up in 6. No, I had each individual one. I think I loaned them out. I don't have them back. Anyway, I love that. I love that. The Green Mile. Somebody just posted that. John Coffey. Tired. Dog tired. Mostly just dog tired of people being ugly to each other. Something like that. That's how I'm feeling. Anyways, I had some very positive things. Like, come on, like I know it's this balance, right? And it's hard to feel good when your body is aching. Hard to bring that spirit up, right? It does feel good. It's just so tight. Maybe is it the pressures out there? Okay, what are we gonna do? Call in all of our directions. Let's just do what would you, Julie, do? Calling in all of our energies from the east, path of illumination and clarity, place of fire, place of man. Calling in all of our energies from the south, the waters, the emotions, the place of childhood, place of innocence. Calling back all of our energies from the south. Just did the south, didn't we? We're going to the west. Physical, the earth, the woman, place of introspection. Calling back all of our energies from the north, the air, the mental, the wisdom, years. And we walk the red road. Our earth walk goes from south in childhood. We're the reflections, right? We think we're the reflections of our parents, of our biological parents, but we're the reflections of our natural parents, right? Our body is earth and animated by spirit. We are all made in the likeness, image of our creator, no matter what you call it. Everyone, everything. Look at that, right? And then the innocence up to the north, where we return to the innocence. That's the wisdom of those years, is returning to those innocence and seeing that we're all still children. We're all children of the earth, of the heavenly fathers, of the whatever you wants to call it. Okay, we're children of this divine universe, of the great oneness divine. What is that? But that is the wisdom up there in the north, is to return to the south. East to west is the blue road of spirit, right? Embracing the unknown. What do we call it? I don't know, but I know there is something greater out there than me. So instead of trying to put a name on it, because, right, we name things, we're going to put it in a box. But the unknown is outside of that box. So what we know about God and Source and all that, we got this all in a box. We need to get outside of that box and embrace the unknown. That we don't know what it is. None of us know till we get there. None of us know till we get there. Facts, man. That's the facts. We don't really know until we actually get there. Okay? The brain's going to make up whatever. Because that's what the human brains do. You got a human brain? Yeah, yours does it too. It is. We all got one. No worries, okay? No worries. It's all the same for all of us. East to west, the blue road is spirit. Oh, that's the power. That's where our power comes from. It's that empowerment. It's not about power over, right? And the horse came and helped the peoples carry their burdens. And actually, they were here before the Spanish got them over here. They were returned back to their native land. They actually originated here in the North Americas. Whoa. I believe I just learned that somewhere. I don't know. Look it up for yourselves. Because a lot of our histories, a lot of the stuff that we're taught is not really actually based in the truth. Because who makes up those histories? Who writes those history books? Well, it's the ones that win. And are the ones that win really the ones that are right? No. Not. We look in our histories. Were they? Right, and then that's the opinion. Opinion, there's no power in opinion. Opinions changes. Opinions are like assholes. Okay, the power is in the truth. It's inside. That we all belong here. No exceptions. We are individuals. Not individual. No more. No more individes. We're going to be indivine. All of us. Thank you very much. Oh, the choice is yours. Free will beings. Okay? But misery loves company. There's lots over there. Now find out others that want to be in misery too. Don't try and drag somebody there with you. Okay? There's enough out there. We can all find somebody that's the match for us, right? Whether we want to be in misery or go in joy. You know, don't force it on anybody else. Find somebody that wants to do that with you. I don't know. Up. Below. And with him. Woo. Okay. Doop-a-doo. Oh, we're going in that introspection. I just divided over here in the west as I'm spreading them around. Well, this is what I do when I'm in so much pain. I act the more silly. Oh yeah. But I can't bounce around like I used to do before. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna get a Chromebook. That's gonna make things a little easier. I'll get my website up there. Maybe I can get some money rolling. I can afford my medicine again. Calling in and opening up that healing that I won't need anything outside of myself. Because you know what? Hey, I'm using this medicine and people are making it and tainting it and saying it's this or saying it's that. Because you know what? Yes, addictions, people start calling it their medicines or their pops or whatever. I went into the liquor store to get the bottle that I used to make my tincture. And they're in there and like make medicine out of it. So I gotta watch it because everybody says that. My biological father was an alcoholic. I was an alcoholic, whatever. Oh, I watched that. And I go to pay for it. And I said, oh, don't you want my air miles? She said, we don't do air miles anymore. I said, oh, you don't? When did you stop that? She's like, a few months ago. I said, well, that tells you the last time I bought a bottle then, because the last time I used my air miles. Ow. Whoo! Alrighty then. Well, so I did a pre-shuffle on those. Let me just do this quick, and then they're all together. We're coming together. There's a change in the weather. Okay, and then this one wants to, that's that friendship, okay? It's going to stay out there. The Two of Bowls, that friendship balancing inside. Some say the Two of Bowls, that would be the Two of Cups in the traditional tarot. They say that's the minor arcana's lover's card, right? But those lovers and intimate relationships, there doesn't need to be sexual expression or anything like that. We have different sorts of intimate relationships. And do we have that with ourselves? Into me, I see. And those relationships are reflections. Do you look at those, right? It's about, you know, as we fall in love with others, we're falling in love with ourselves more, but not above or below, again, as part of, right? We see the divinity in the other, and we see that reflected back to us as ourselves too. What is that for you? We're going to keep that over to the side her. Okay. Ow. Woo! Swing it, right? Yeah, laugh or you'd be crying through the whole thing. Okay. Now one hand wants to go, they're stuck. Oh. Oh. overall energy. This one. This one. Dizzy. I'm so dizzy. My head is spinning. There we go. Look at that. We're looking at those cycles and movement because sometimes we pick up on them and we don't even know. Right? I shared another one. I shared 2 videos on my Facebook yesterday. A regular, the Therapy Thursdays. It was a little bit late, but that was cool. And then there was one that went with us about our core beliefs. It was just a couple weeks ago. Where do our core beliefs come from? And what are we continuing or carrying on? Those cycles and movements. Are we repeating the cycles, or are we creating movement in our lives and that shifting of those toxic cycles? Because we're cyclical beings. Cyclical? What? Sick. We can be cyclical. Are we going to be cyclical? Whatever, I don't know. Man or woman, there are cycles that you go through too. And we can be, like for women, sometimes we get moody. It's the same thing. It comes every month, yet every month it's kind of like surprise that it shows up, right? Not all. This isn't across the board, okay? Nothing I ever say is across the board because, we're all the same, yet we're all different, Oh. So there's sometimes, so if we catch on to those cycles, we can see, right? If even men, right? Maybe by the moon, we see there's certain times of the month where we're feeling more irritable, certain times of the month where we feel more energetic, and what is that? If we catch on, I invite you to track your cycles, when you're feeling good. Keep a little app. For women, there's lots of little apps on the phone, moon time apps and things like that. Our flow time apps, your menstrual app, whatever that is, right? I'm sure there's even, like, I have like the full moon app, so it's see, it just tells you what phase the moon is in. Even something like that, making your own notes, right? Tells you when the next full moon and stuff like that, gives you information. Is it that way? You scroll up, scroll down? I can't remember. There was a way you could see the full month. Anyways, probably lots of apps out there like that. I invite you, just so then you catch on to your own cycles. Because there's certain times of the month, no matter what I do, I'm feeling like this, right? I got more pain at this time, whatever. Let's catch on to those cycles so we're not being surprised that we have them anymore. And let's look at ourselves and do those deep dives and what cycles have we continued on this little one. What cycles of abuse have we continued on that little one? Right, that little one inside of you. Right, that just represents us all. All of us, by base, inside these big grown-ups. Alright, let's have some action. We need the thinking, so sometimes we just need to work. Maybe there's something coming up. It's calling you to take some action. Let's look at that. What is that action that we could possibly take? Whenever we watch this, we're not telling the future. These are points to ponder, the lessons we will all go through. And hopefully we're getting wiser and not bitter. This helps us get out of our own way. Maybe look at it in a different way, right? So here we are. That medicine. Here, we need that support and allies. We do need that for our healing. We're not doing it on our own. And who is it? Embracing that unknown. Spirit. Spirit is our biggest support and ally. Spirit is always with us. No escaping it. Is that a good thing or not? See the allies and support that we have in changing these cycles. Is there lots? Sometimes when we're changing cycles, no. People hold on to those old ways. So we need to embrace that unknown, that, okay, Spirit is our support, that Spirit will bring in and help us connect to those like-minded people, right? Something I read, too, that it's ego that looks for allies. Right, somebody that thinks the same way as you, but then if we're just looking for ones that think the same way as us, are we getting out of those cycles, or are we continuing in those cycles and just finding more to replace those, right? So many times find those people that are familiar, but familiar is not always good. Because if you come from a toxic sort of family situation, right, and then we're attracted to personalities that remind us of that. It's familiar, right? So we go to what we're used to, and that's where we judge that, oh, this is less abuse than that, this was worse, or I'm used to this kinds of thing, right? That's why a lot of women and people in abusive relationships stay in those, because they're used, they know what to expect. Instead of embracing that unknown, I could get somebody worse than that, so I know what to expect here. But we need to embrace that known and step outside of that. And there is lots of support out there for us to leave these abusive relationships. It gets tough in the system, it really does, because that's the thing. You think that the system supports that, whatever. That's embracing that unknown. Is this going to change? Can I don't know. What is that? What is that? Embrace the unknown. You haven't been through it, so embrace it. Don't be saying your opinion on it or whatever. I don't know what that is. What is that saying to you? And it's about changing those cycles and moving, catching on those deep things inside of us, right? Developing that friendship with ourselves first, so that we know that we are worthy. We are worthy. We deserve that support. We deserve that love. We're all part of this great oneness divine. No exceptions. It's not up to any humans to judge any other humans, No matter what, that's between you and your source. Whatever happens between you and your source, whether you want to admit to things, whether you blah, 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 take responsibility, whatever, that's up to you. Between you and source. It's not between no other human being and you. Even the ones that afflict us pain, it's not like we can go back and do that. Because what is that? Fighting fire with fire, there's nobody going to be able to put us out. We got to take a stand and say, this is not going to, it ends here. I'm not going to be violent. I'm not going to fight. Because where does fighting get us? It gets us more fighting. We have enough. We have enough in our history to look back at, right? We can see these cycles. And what created movement? What put us back? Right? Are things happening today? Are they helping us to move forward? Or are they putting us back and setting us back so far? So far. But that's the tendency of abuse cycles, right? You get a step forward and you're knocked 10 back. What is that? Illumination and clarity. We all need to see that in our lives and not be fooled by these things. Each one of us needs to open our eyes and not be fooled. Look at all these records. The record keepers. Look at them. And not just the ones that are promoted in schools and the ones that say, these ones say you can look at these or look at those. Because look at all these, went through book burnings and stuff. Those ones that want to control and have that power over. They don't want you to educate yourself, right? They want, no. You can't survive on your own. You have to come to us here, right? They want to capitalize on resources and pull them all together and then say, no, only these ones can come and get that. You have to come to us. Look at that. Let's get out of our own way and see that in our own lives. How do we do that? The illumination, clarity. And then how are we continuing to shame others and put them down and separate ourselves from everybody else? We're all walking this earth, right? We all need the earth to survive. We all need the air to survive. Yeah, human connections help us. Sometimes they can hurt us more. Because we can survive without those too. Oh. If it comes just to survival. But don't we want to live? Aren't we here to live and enjoy this beautiful creation? Be fruitful and prosper? That doesn't mean rip everything, rape everything. Because it's here for us all. No exceptions. It wasn't built for this one or that one. And they're all the chosen one. Look at some parents telling all the kids, you're all my favorites. Right? And the kids get all caught up in that. Well, you're my favorite. You're my favorite. You're my chosen one. They're all chosen. We're all chosen. We're all part of the great oneness divine. Stop separating yourselves. Stop inside here first. Okay? I'm responsible for that. Excuse me. It's facts, though. Absolute facts. You can't change anything in anybody else. Begins within. Oh, wait. Yeah, down here at the south it wants to separate here. Return to the innocence.
Right? The storytellers. What are the stories we keep telling ourselves again, right? We keep looking and we keep, this is that, and this is that, and these are those, and blah, blah, blah. We belonged here, those guys didn't, and blah, blah, blah. And then we just fight. Doesn't matter how right you are, being a right fighter, but fighting. Fighting. Embrace the unknown. What if we did it without fighting? What if we just accept it all? Right? Hey, as long as you're not pushing your stuff on me, I ain't pushing my stuff on you. We're here offering, sharing our gifts. Right? We're not thinking that we know what somebody needs above somebody else. Right? We're listening to those stories of our ancestors to create that expansion for all. Not just for a few, because if only a few are benefiting, the whole world is losing. If only a few are benefiting, then the whole world is losing. We are not doing what we're all set out here to do. But are you allowing yourself to be abused? We can get, now we know who we are. We can stand up and go, I ain't taking this shit no more. Right? What is that? Be 11-11, right? 9-10-11? Yeah. 11-11. Look at that. We need that balance and stability. Look at that. That's a four-legged, right? We're going to stand on them four legs. We're going to be grateful because Buffalo was out there, right? None of us said about Buffalo being kind of like that moose. They don't have to prove anything. Right? I always said a real man don't have to prove he's a real man. He feels no need to go out there and prove I'm a man. Look how macho I am. I'm such a man. Same with a woman. We don't need to go prove anything because the minute we start trying to prove something, we're going off from our natural and not just being. Right? And this is what we need to do, is just be who we are. Who were we created to be, right? We all got a special purpose here. No exceptions. Right? And it's all just as essential. Okay? Right? A mom that stays at home with her kids is just as essential as a mom that goes to work. Okay? Same with the dads. We're all essential here. The time is now to stop separating, divide, and conquer. Look at the storybooks. Look at these things. Educate yourself. And don't try and push it on somebody else. Right? Maybe we think, maybe they need to learn this. Well, we can leave it out there. Leave it open. They'll stumble across it on their own when they're ready. Because the more we try to push something on somebody, and we think that they know, the more we'll block it. Even if that is the best thing for them. And then we're going to hurt them more because we're keeping them blocked from it. So, that's where a nice, healthy manipulation might come in. You leave a little flyer here, send a link to that. How about a book? Leaving a book lying out. Put it in the bathroom. Right? You don't want to read it. Sometimes, it's not going to get through until we're ready and open to hearing that. How many times is there things in your life that you heard over and over again you didn't believe, and then all of a sudden, that's what they meant by that, because you heard it from somebody else. You got out of your own way because maybe you tuned out that other voice or whatever, right? And then somebody else says it, and then you clue in. Then it goes, now I get it. Because we're not going to get that message till we're ready, till we're open to it. What is that for you? Right? Creating that cycles in the movement. We're trying to find what is hidden from us. Right? What has been hidden inside. We're looking for that gem. Our gifts inside of who we are. There we go. That guide. The hermit. The guide on the path up the mountain. Completion. Foundation. We've already established that, right? We have this foundation. Solid foundation. We're connecting to that source now. That's the illumination and clarity that, and we see that this is sacred. That spirit has been working through us our whole lives. And when we get out of the way, now we can work together with them. And then that's true co-creation. Because before it's just been happening, creating those cycles and movements without us even realizing. Now we actually see. We're tuned in. Tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. As Abraham Hicks would say. And tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. This is what we need to do to our own cycles, to create that own movement in our lives, the way we fooled ourselves. That's what it is. It's not about this one did that one did that, blah, 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 blah. right? We need to be our own best friends and our own support. Well, with our guides here. Okay, not our own best friends and then for sake of everything else, and we put ourselves above, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm an enlightened being and I know more than you and I've forgotten my humanness too. What is that? No. A guide knows the humanness. They don't judge. And everything, yes, everything, the abuse, everything is a part of your journey, helps create that expansion in you, that little one. You're the one responsible for that, right? That's the greatest ally and support is that spirit, because that's the one that knows. And also contemplating your blessings, because the more you see that the more you are grateful for, the more you'll have to be grateful for, right? We look and we complain about everything. 4 of arrows. This is our focused thoughts, right? Arrows is our thoughts. What do we contemplate on? Everything that we don't have. All the things that aren't working, right? Everybody who's against us and where everybody should be and blah, 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 everywhere else but inside here. That's the action. So actively today, contemplate your blessings. Count your blessings. Actively count those blessings in your life, right? You got allies and support? What a blessing, right? Oh, to embrace that unknown, to be able to step out, to go on an adventure. What a blessing. Right? If we look right in, we can see those blessings. That's the unknown. We think our life has been shit. So we've just looked at all that. How does that support us in our lives? How does that support the best life that we can live? Right? When we contemplate the blessings, we'll have more to be grateful for, right? If you're not happy with what you got, you're never going to be happy because you're always wanting more. Take that time to appreciate. Contemplate those blessings, right? Then we'll illuminate, and those records will be that we have. Look at, you've survived everything, 100% of everything you've gone through. Hands up, let's go. Pat yourself on the back. Hopefully it don't hurt you, but that's okay. Okay, we've done the basic survival. Now it's time to live, right? We've been survivors. Now it's time to thrive. It's time to be delivers. Time to live and thrive. Look at that. The basic survival. Let those records be revealed, illuminated. How? Look at, you have overcome everything. You are still here. Wow. Stand tall in that. Proud. Have that source confidence, not just that self-confidence, because did you do it yourself? No. Look at, be grateful for this allies and support that you had along the way. Spirit was the biggest, right? Our own lives is that teacher, too. It's the greatest teacher is our own lives. So look back at the records of your own life. What have you gone through? What have you overcome? Then count those blessings. And you'll see that's the illumination right there that you've already survived. You already have everything you need for basic survival. Now it's time to live, to thrive, to go and share that with another, right? Be a whole, complete on your own. We come together with another, we're even more whole and complete. Okay? And it expands from there until we all are in divine again. We are all in divine you alls. I like that. In divine you all. Instead of individual, individual. No, we can't be divided unless we choose. Look at that. We're restoring that balance. That's the top, and there's the bottom. Fruit, nurturing lodge of the bowls. I believe that's the Queen of Cups, the fruits of devotion. What are you devoted to? To that family? To all coming together? Or are you devoted to separating? Saying who's wrong, who's right, who belongs here? Oh, this guy's got to go. You know? This one can stay down against it. This one's got to go. Okay. Oh, wait. You're not covering up your baby when you're breastfeeding. Out you go. Right? What is that? Let's restore that balance that we all belong here. No man, no human, man, woman, whatever. No matter your title is more important than any other human being. All human beings here. Common ground. We're all walking this earth. We all breathe the same air. Don't matter. All got the same organs inside. Sometimes they get removed. Whatever. We all started out as a little egg with a little sperm coming. We all start the same. So let's restore that balance and stop Stop dividing ourselves. Stop hurting our children. Stop passing that on to our children. Right? Let's restore that balance. Let's let our children know that everybody belongs here. Let's stop passing on those horrible beliefs of separation, that some are less than others. And then our children go and treat that. And then we call our children cruel. Where did the children learn it from? These are little sponges soaking it all up from the adults outside. What are we teaching our children? I love that. Oh, there was something just on the Facebook about these kids today. What have we robbed our kids of? Have we taught them how to stand up for themselves and use their own voices? Have we taught them how to listen to their own bodies? Have we tried to nurture and foster unique little beings in them? Or have we tried to make them little mini-me's? Have we tried to mold and shape them? Or have we just been lovingly guiding them? Hey, being in that stealth mode, letting them have their freedom, independence. I'm flashing back to my son wanted to get, he called it, they're slush puppies, called it a dog slushie. Or something like that. We're at the beach, and he wanted to walk on his own. And he wanted to take his little girlfriend along with him. And so, but I stayed in the background. So he's feeling all off independent, but Mom is there making sure that he's safe. I didn't step in. I kept enough distance. Okay? So this is what we need to do. It's not helicoptering over our kids, because we can watch them in a stealthy way to make sure that they're safe. But let them solve their own problems. You know, like we don't go running just as soon as they fall. Let them pick themselves up. If they need us, we're going to be there. So we want our kids to know that. You need us, we're there. Right? So Creator says, enjoy your life. I'm here. Like, let's work together and live this together. What is that? As parents, our children are not to be our mini-me's. They are unique individuals. They don't belong to us. They come through us to this earth. They're going to grow and be unique, individual human beings. So again, are you trying to mold your child, or are you trying to guide your child? Or even in your relationships, are you trying to mold your partner into something that you want to be? Oh, they're trainable. I'm going to train them into this. Why train that? There is somebody out there that you won't have to train. That'll be just perfectly suited for that job. That's where we get caught up in, because we're trying to change something in somebody else instead of looking at it within ourselves. Maybe, I don't know, what's that old say to you? Wonderful, blessed weekend. Have a great day, weekend, whatever it is for you. Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes. Thank you for being you, shining your light through in everything you do, because you know this world really needs you to be you. Fully, holy, and true, or else this world misses out on that gift that is you. So embrace that. Develop that friendship within yourself. Okay? Loving all sides of you. And appreciating the support and allies that you've had along the way. Embrace it unknown. What would happen if I am just fully myself? What if I just stood up just like Moose? What if I was like that Moose there, right? And I was just myself unapologetically. Hey, I'm just fully holy me. Unapologetically. I love all me, and I am going to be a friend to the world, to all. I'm not going to divide in myself anymore, and I'm going to see others as all divine too. Part of this divine creation. It's not my job to judge. Not at all. Not my job to point fingers, because then I'm not doing my job. Discovering who I truly am. The reflection of that divine that I be. I don't know. What is that? Love yous. Empower, not overpower. Thank you.